Well, hello, my friends. I'm excited to be with you today, and I can already see people popping on, and I'm recognizing so many familiar faces. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited to talk to you about give you 3 easy steps to consciously creating your widely successful online business in 2019. I have been talking about it actually for months. I've been prepping through the end of the year. I've been tweaking things in my own business. I've been guiding so many of you privately or in my groups on how to become a rock star online and help you achieve your dreams in your business. And I want to give you some simple tips in this masterclass to help you create your wildly successful online business. I would love for you to give me your undivided attention for the next 30 to 45 minutes. Shut down everything, close your door, and give yourself the time and the space to be fully present, awake, and conscious as I show you how to consciously create an online business that widely succeeds all of your expectations this year. Now, I talk about conscious creation a lot on social media. I talk about it a lot on my website. And really what I mean by this is that most people are asleep while they're awake. Most people are actually operating from a subconscious or unconscious part of our brain. And when we can tap into our subconscious and bring it to the surface, we really can consciously create the life and business that we want. And I did that. I know that you can do that. I'm going to help you do that. So let me introduce myself for a sec. My name is Haley Hobson, and I personally feel like I woke up just about 7 years ago when I realized that I could consciously create the life and business that I wanted. I am a wife, I am a mom, I am a certified life coach, a certified health coach, and a double presidential diamond with doTERRA essential oils. My life is full. It's everything that I always wanted it to be, everything that I dreamed about. I get to wake up every single morning excited about what I get to do, who I get to do it with, and the hundreds of lives that I actually get to impact every single day, like you. So when I decided that I had a choice in, like I said, waking up, it was actually a moment where I realized that the story that I had been telling myself, even subconsciously, didn't have to be going on anymore. I realized that I could pause, take a moment, actually stop and listen to my own desires and my dreams, and I can make them happen. It would just start with a plan. And then I'd have to implement the plan. And maybe I'd need help with some information. Maybe I would have to take a course or follow somebody or get a mentor. And as I started to create and implement, the voices, and you know what I'm talking about, those voices would creep up and they would tell me it was impossible and that it was too much work and that I didn't know how. And I'm not going to lie, there were feelings of frustration and overwhelm that would try to rise to the surface and stop me from actually taking action or implementing. But I had to choose not to listen to those voices because I knew that they were only going to prevent me from creating my master plan, my vision. I realized I could get rid of those voices in my head and what we call those old patterns or stories. I could retrain my brain from those patterns of subconscious thought. I could really rewrite the next chapter in my life. And I knew that my new thoughts would create new actions and give me the result that I wanted. And that is what I want to talk to you about today. What kind of actions you can take. I'm going to give you 3 simple steps to take new actions so that you have a new result. I wanted to follow my gut. I knew it was really my real brain. And I knew that my emotions distract me sometimes. They throw me off. I would sometimes need to pivot. Sometimes I would need more alone time with myself. But you know what, you guys? My name is Haley Hobson, and I help other women consciously create the life and business they want, you want, by teaching you leadership, thought awareness, plant-based therapy, emotional balance, online business skills, which is where we're going to go today, and how to feel grounded in the midst of chaos when you are implementing all that. All right. So are you excited? Because I didn't start off here. I was a lawyer, and then I became a Pilates teacher and a yoga teacher. And I knew that I needed something that was going to contribute on a deeper level to not only my health, but also my wealth. And I knew I wanted something that was not going to be an added stress every damn day. And I used to worry about money when I was changing my mind about what I wanted to do with my life. You know, my husband was the main breadwinner in our family. And to be honest, we were kind of struggling with our marriage. And I felt like I had no security anywhere, not financially, not in my career, not in my home, and not even in my own mind. I had a toddler at home. And as some of you know firsthand, that takes some money, right? Kids can be expensive. Plus, I felt this incredibly heavy burden to help contribute to our household financially in the way that I had when I was working full-time as a lawyer, because I felt like I owed it to my family. And hey, I just wanted to have the confidence that I could contribute too. Walking away from that job as an attorney wasn't easy. Walking away from that paycheck wasn't easy. But then I was starting over, right? And when you're starting over, the money's not coming into your pocketbook immediately, usually. And I knew that I needed something to help me jumpstart this new career. I didn't want to have a minor freak out over dollar signs every single time my stepdaughter came home from school with a field trip slip or wanted to join an extracurricular activity. And I wanted to be able to treat myself to a manicure or a pedicure when I wanted one, or buy that super cute pair of shoes. Shoes are definitely my thing. We all have a thing that sucks up some of our money, right? And maybe it's Starbucks, or maybe it's traveling. And if you've got something that's your thing, share it with us in the chat. I would just love to do that just for fun. Most of all, I didn't want to work for 40 years and just retire unhappy with nothing to show for it, but decades of wondering what could have been under my belt. There's a quote from Howard Thurman that says, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it." Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. And how true is that? Now, a little bit more background on me. My whole entire life, I actually have struggled with digestion issues, GI tract issues. I had stopped eating meat and dairy by the time I got out of elementary school because I messed up my stomach so badly. And by the time I got to college, my gut was so out of whack that I was pretty much eating nothing, super malnourished. As an adult, it actually landed me in the hospital several times. And I knew that if I didn't find a treatment, that I would work my way back in over and over again. So I started using essential oils and natural supplements and organic food as part of my daily routine. And over time, my digestive issues actually went away. So I decided to take my newfound passion and wisdom and education about natural healthcare, holistic healthcare, alternative healthcare, and about essential oils, and turn it into a business that would make me money. Why wouldn't? We want our passion to be something that pays us. Why wouldn't we want to turn something that has worked for us into a career where we can help other people also have an amazing experience? And as fate would have it, it made me a lot of money. I believed so strongly in what I was doing for a business, and I'm naturally gifted at sales, I think. So I grew my online business. I grew my oils business into a 6-figure success very quickly within about 6 months. But I felt like a fraud because it came so naturally to me, and I really had fun doing what I was doing. And I was getting some negative pushback and comments from friends and family who thought that either my holistic lifestyle or my network marketing were just kind of a joke. I'm the type of person who works even harder when I feel like I can't do something or somebody's telling me I can't do something. So 5 years into my business, I was working like 24/7 to keep it a success. I was always out making connections, teaching classes. I didn't see my family as much as I wanted to. My phone was, in all honesty, glued to my ear a lot. But I then discovered online digital marketing and the power of social media and how my website, a good website, could be a cash machine and do the work for me. Now, I'm not saying I don't do the work, but it's a hell of a lot easier with digital marketing. And online business is an amazing thing because it allows a stay-at-home mom with a passion and a dream to make the world her stage. And even if you're not a stay-at-home mom, but you're not a person who wants to push the pedal on the sidewalk, it can work for you too. And that's exactly what I did. I created a website, my website. I stepped into the spotlight. I started building a brand that attracted the kind of people I wanted to share my oils and my knowledge with, the kind of people I wanted to work with, the kind of people I knew were already interested. We call them qualified leads, right? Where before I might have been trying to sell essential oils to my daughter's kindergarten teacher, now I was building a following online of people who really wanted me to tell them how to use essential oils to improve the quality of their life for both them and their families. And by leveraging the power of social media and my website and building an email list, my 6-figure business quickly grew into 7 figures. And then multiple 7 figures. And even better than the financial benefits, which by the way, I'm still pinching myself about, came with bringing my business online were the quality of life benefits. I felt like my life was my own again. I could drop my daughter off at school or step away for a lunch date with my husband without feeling like my business was coming to a grinding halt while I was out. I love the fact that I can go to a workout class at 9:30 in the morning and then now go take an eyelash appointment at 10, right? And I can create my workday the way that I want to because my online business is working for me. I can make sales happen, connections nurtured while I'm sleeping all over the world. Not that I'm sleeping all over the world, but you know what I mean. While I'm sleeping, connections all over the world are happening. And I can do it all from the comfort of my laptop and my phone. And sometimes while literally rocking it in my jammies. I had discovered that if I wanted to create a life I loved, what was going to work for me was taking it online. An online business would support that kind of life. So today I have a wonderful life with all the luxuries, and it's rich with friendships. I own a home in the mountains of Boulder, Colorado, and a home on the beach in Cardiff by the Sea, California. A picture on the screen with me with my dream car. And my husband, Wes, tells all of our friends how grateful he is that I followed my gut intuition, that I stepped out on a limb and I put in the work to create the business of my dreams, because it's provided us with incredible freedom for both our family, financially, and in how we spend our time. We travel the world as a family, and the memories that we've created because of this business over the last 6 years are precious. And even my now 9-year-old has her own YouTube channel, is rocking out her headphones and managing her stuff online. I mean, it's incredible what your children can learn from you. And online is the future. I'm not telling you this so that you can envy my lifestyle or my business. I'm telling you this because if I can do it, you can do it too. And I'll show you how to get started right now. So give me a heck yes, Haley, in the comments if you're ready to hear my tips. All right, I mean, these heck yeses are coming in. So let's get right into it. I want to share with you 3 critical shifts that I had to make to create the life and business of my dreams. Number 1, I had to say yes and then figure out how to make it work later. Don't decide that you don't know how to do this. Don't decide that you can't. Don't choose overwhelm. Richard Branson says, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure you can do it, say yes and learn how to do it later. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. As women, we so easily say yes to other people's priorities, family, kids, friends, all of their needs. They take a priority over our own. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but it shouldn't consume everything about us. Before you were a wife or a mom or a friend or a daughter or an employee, you were someone, and that person matters too. You have a story. You have a gift you need to share. When I brought my business online, I was so scared that I was going to fail. I remember bawling to Wes one night because I couldn't get a form on my website to properly accept email addresses. I really wanted to go lay down on the floor and have a tantrum or quit because I was choosing overwhelm and I was out of my comfort zone. Sometimes it takes being uncomfortable to find a new comfort zone. I couldn't quit because I wanted the freedom that comes with an online business so badly. So I said yes, and I figured out how to do it over and over and over again. And I'm still figuring it out. Until one day, one of my team members asked me how to teach them how to build their own business online and make it as successful as mine was. And what I realized was that I had figured a lot of it out, and I was doing it. I am doing it. And because I made the conscious daily decision to build my widely successful business online. We can say yes to ourselves too. We draw a line in the sand and declare that we are worth it, that our dreams matter, and that we deserve to consciously create a life that we absolutely love. And you know what? You'll actually be a better mom and friend and wife and partner and daughter when you do it. When we say yes, we announce to the universe that we are ready to receive all of the riches and have our desires be met. If you have been having the feeling in your gut and the pull in your spirit that you want to create a business online, but you're terrified because you don't think you have any idea how to do it, my advice to you is this: say yes, and we'll figure it out together, which brings me to my next secret. You need to have a roadmap to success. And I'm here to show you how to do it. So if you are ready to commit to saying yes and to making your dreams come true in 2019, say yes, scream yes, capitalize yes in the chat box. There is a roadmap to success, and all you have to do is download it. That's it. Just follow the rules. There is a saying that I held close to my heart, and in my early years as an online entrepreneur, I didn't know what I was doing, but I'd said yes already, so I had to figure it out. So what did I do? I started signing up for a few courses and trainings and mentorships that would let me in the door. I took classes on copywriting and building a website and building an email list and hosting a webinar and building an online course and how to brand myself authentically to the audience I wanted to connect with. You name it, I was packing my brain with it. Yes, my life used to be a big fat I don't know, and now it's a big fat I'm going to figure out how. Sometimes even the online or classroom learning wasn't teaching me what I needed to know in every way that I needed to hear it. So I may have gone to a conference or met others who seemed to have that secret recipe. I knew that I had to learn what other people who were successful were doing. So you know what I did? I joined masterminds so that I could get up close and personal with how other people build their businesses. And one of those masterminds I heard about that you've heard me talk about so many times over is B-School with Marie Forleo. Of course, I signed up and I learned the exact steps that I had to take to grow a business online. It was a game changer. I personally think anyone who's going to build an online business needs to go through that course. Just saying. Your roadmap already exists. There are other people, is what I'm saying to you, that have mapped it out for you. There are mentors that have walked the path you want to walk. And I'm one of them. All you've got to do is commit to the journey, follow the recipe that's already written. Of course, you can put in your own special flair to it. That's what makes entrepreneurship so amazing. But I'm telling you firsthand, you don't have to recreate the wheel. Follow the path. And finally, secret number 3, surround yourself with people who will lift you and support you. I shared with you earlier that when I first started to get some results in my business online, I also got some negative feedback from friends and even colleagues. It was kind of crushing for a little while because I believed so strongly in what I was doing and I couldn't understand why other people couldn't see that. Why would other people ever tell me it wasn't going to work or it wasn't worth it? And there were times it made me really sad and I wanted to quit sometimes on my roughest days. Yes, I had failures along the way. I still do. And some that magnified my feelings of inadequacy sometimes. What saved me and my business is that I had an even bigger and louder crowd of fellow visionaries and friends around me that supported me and my dream and encouraged me along the way. You see, I realized that if I was going to consciously create a business that I loved, I couldn't do it alone. And I don't think you can too, or either. We need sisterhood. I made friends in that season of my life who are some of my closest friends and family right now because I invested the time in building relationships in masterminds with the right people. So here's a quick recap of the 3 shifts you need to make in order to start consciously creating the life and business of your dreams. And I'm going to give you a free resource to tap into at the end. Secret number 1, say yes and work out how to make it work. Yeah, work out how to make it work. Secret number 2, there is a roadmap for success and all you have to do is download it. Secret number 3, surround yourself with people who will lift you up and support you. So now what? Does this sound like you? I can hear you saying, that's great, Haley. What do I do now? Where do I join? Who do I hang out with? Who do I listen to? How can I get these secrets and implement them with other people who will support me? Okay, I'll tell you. But first, let me ask you, does this sound like you? Are you ready and committed to making 2019 your year of saying yes to you and building your dream life and business? Are you willing to invest the time and effort into following the path that is already there for you to take? Type yes in the chat box. Let me hear from you, my friends. I have a free Facebook group mastermind. It's called Consciously Creating Your Whole You. I'd love for you to join me. There's almost 4,000 other entrepreneurs in there, and we talk daily about strategies. I give you tips. I give you inspiration. I walk you through techniques and processes that will help you create a business that you love. You'll gain new insight into building your brand, and you'll probably have some fun while you're at it. And by the way, the more you participate, that means comment, ask questions, give advice yourself. Well, the more you'll actually see the posts because of the algorithm, and the more you'll get out of it, the more you'll learn, the more of a sisterhood you'll create with other people. In this group, I literally do several, 3, 4, 5 weekly posts to encourage you and help you modify your mindset as we journey together towards the life and business of your dreams. So you can see on the left side of the screen here, I have a quote. On the right, a star wants to see themselves rise up to the top leader. A leader wants to see those around them become stars. And I give you my life coach tips, and I inspire you, and I motivate, and I'm there to help you reach your goals by sticking there with you. We chat on a weekly basis. I also bring in some of my favorite industry-leading experts to teach you online business tips and trips. So in this post right here on the screen, I actually gave you access to a copywriter I know, right? Who's the quiz queen, a conversion copywriter, a funnel strategist. So on a weekly business, I'm sharing this with you in this group. I'm in there every day to teach you, coach you, and answer all your questions. I'm asking you, let's chat about it in the comments, right? And I help you live a conscious life and run a conscious business. So if you're interested in joining the group, it's haleyhobson.com/group. If you're in it already, start commenting and give some emojis so you actually see the post and you can beat the algorithm. I'd love it if you'd head on over to haleyhobson.com/group right now and join us and comment. It would be an honor to support you on your journey to consciously creating the life and business of your dreams. Now, remember, if you are not showing up there and literally feeding the feed, Facebook will not show you these posts. So turn your notifications on, but make a daily effort to go there yourself once you're in and comment on the posts. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you in the Consciously Creating Your Whole You Facebook group. And if you've got any questions for me, remember, you can reach out to me through the chat box of my own Facebook page, Haley Hobson Whole You. I'm also on Pinterest at Haley Hobson 69. I'm on Instagram at Haley Hobson. I've got my podcast on iTunes, and I've got my website at haleyhobson.com if you want to get my weekly updates via email. Thank you, my friends.